Welcome to Bristol Fleet. In this video, we will cover the species breakout system, one of the most important features in fish ticket management. When vessels deliver mixed species catches, you need to break them down into individual species with accurate percentages and per-species pricing. This video walks through the entire process step by step. Let us start by opening a fish ticket that contains a mixed species delivery. We will click into this ticket from the All Tickets list. On the ticket detail page, we scroll down to the tally section where the delivery data is recorded. Species breakouts are applied to the final tally. Make sure you have already initialized the final tally before proceeding. We will switch to the final tally view now. Looking at the final tally table, you can identify entries that need breakout by their species name. In this example, we have a mixed salmon entry. This represents a catch that contains multiple salmon species mixed together. This mixed salmon row shows the total pounds delivered, but it does not tell us how much of each individual species is in the mix. That is what the breakout system solves. Click the Apply Breakout button to open the Species Breakout modal. This is where you define how the mixed species should be split. The breakout modal has two main sections. At the top, you select the source species you want to break out. Below that, you define the individual component species with their percentages and prices. The source species field shows which entry you are breaking out. In this case, it is mixed salmon. The system will replace this single entry with the individual components you define. The components section is where you add each species that makes up the mix. You can add as many components as needed, and their percentages must total exactly 100%. Let us set up the first component. Each component needs a species, a percentage, and a price per pound. From the species dropdown, select sockeye, reds. This is typically the most valuable species in a mixed salmon delivery. Set the percentage to 60%. This means 60% of the total mixed salmon pounds will be allocated to sockeye, reds. Set the price per pound to $1.25. This is the rate your operation pays for sockeye, reds. Click the Add Component button to add the second species in this mix. Now we will configure the second component, pink salmon. Set the percentage to 40%. Combined with the 60% for sockeye, reds, this brings our total to 100%. Set the price per pound to $0.85 for pink salmon. The percentage total indicator at the bottom of the modal shows whether your components add up correctly. It must show exactly 100% before you can apply the breakout. If the percentages do not total 100, the Apply button will remain disabled. Everything looks correct. Click the Apply button to execute the species breakout. The system will replace the single mixed salmon entry with individual component entries, each with calculated pounds based on the percentages you defined. The final tally table now shows the breakout results. The original mixed salmon row has been replaced by the individual species components. Each breakout component appears as its own row in the final tally. You can see sockeye, reds, and pink salmon listed separately, each with their own pounds, species code, and price per pound. Breakout entries are visually marked with a badge indicating they were generated from a species breakout. This helps you distinguish breakout components from original entries at a glance. Notice that the pounds for each component have been automatically calculated. If the original mixed salmon entry was 1,000 pounds, sockeye, reds, now shows 60% of that, and pink salmon shows the remaining 40%. The total pounds across components will always match the original entry. With the breakout complete and prices set, you can now calculate the total pricing for this ticket. Click the Calculate Pricing button. The system multiplies pounds by price per pound for each species and computes the ticket total. The pricing summary appears with the calculated values for this ticket. The subtotal shows the combined value of all final tally entries. Each species contributes its own pounds times price per pound to this total. The net price reflects the subtotal minus any applicable taxes or deductions. This is the amount payable to the vessel. If you need to start over, you can reset the final tally back to the original data. The Reset to Original button removes all breakout components and restores the final tally to match the original tally. Use this if percentages need to be recalculated or if the breakout was applied incorrectly. That covers the species breakout system in Bristol Fleet. To summarize, identify mixed species entries in the final tally, apply a breakout with component species and percentages that total 100%, set per species pricing, and then calculate the ticket total. The original tally is never modified, so you can always reset and start over. This workflow ensures accurate per species pricing for every mixed delivery.